Good day, everyone. We want to start a preparatory class for JAM begins 2027, and we are going to be considering one of the important aspects of mathematics JAM syllabus, which is calculus. Which is what? Calculus. Now, in today's calculus, I'm going to be working on differentiation. I'm going to be working on differentiation of implicit function. Are you excited? Yeah, so today's class we'll be working on differentiation of implicit function. All right, so in the general differentiation, if y is equal to x to the power of n, therefore this implies that the y dx is going to be what? By now you should know this. So generally we are going to bring the power here, we are going to write it out here. Do you understand? All right, so I'm going to have n multiplied by, then I'm going to write the function itself, which is x to the power of n, then I'm going to take away 1. So this is the general method of finding derivative of a function. Do you understand? Beautiful. So that means if I am asked to differentiate this function y is equals to x to the power of 2, it means that dy dx is going to be what? That is 2x to the power of 2 minus 1, and that's going to give me what? 2x to the power of 1, and that simply means 2x. So generally, if you are to differentiate a function like this, x to the power of any number, so what you just need to do is to say, write the power down, multiplied by the function again, then you subtract 1 from the power. Of course, now where I'm going today is if I am asked to differentiate y itself. If I'm asked to differentiate what? Y itself. If I'm asked to differentiate y itself, now in this case, this is what we call, you're going to apply implicit method. You're going to use implicit approach. And what are you going to do? Very, very simple. Now, I'm not going to solve this for you. I'm going to start by this. If I am to differentiate y to the power of n, now pay attention. What you just need to do is apply your normal general method of differentiation, that is n, that is multiplied by y to the power of n minus 1. Then you will now multiply it by just the y ds. What I've done is I've used chain rule. So I differentiate this normally. Then what is inside this function? Y. Then that y will now be what? The y dx. And that's all you need to do. Now let's now pick question. Let's assume you are to find the derivative of y to the power of 2. All right, so I'll teach you what you need to do here. Now, this is very simple. To do this, I'm going to differentiate normally, which is what? 2. I'll write y. I'll say 2 minus 1. Then from the law, multiply by the y ds. It's very simple. Irrespective of the question, in as much as y is there, you're going to multiply the derivative by what? The y dx. And this is going to give us 2y, 2 minus 1, that is 1. Then you write what? The y dx. Guess what? You are done with that function. What we have done here is called implicit function, and we only apply chain rule. All right, my next video I will do more example on implicit differentiation. Thank you. Bye.